All right, we're live. What is up, people? PFF Best Ball Draft Underdog Fantasy. Your host, Andrew Erickson, Ian Harditz, Jared Evans. We are here because it's summer. July 1st, fantasy football season is in peak. So, of course, we're drafting. Guys, how are we feeling tonight?
Great day to be great, Andrew. You know that. Got some drinks, got some best ball. I'm ready to win. What's the first prize? $500,000. Let's take it home.
1 million.
I thought it was a million.
1 million, man.
After taxes.
All right. All right. Well, I got the first pick, so I don't know how many times I've gotten. So it's McCaffrey for me. I think that's easy.
Yep. That's the 101. Because he, unlike, everyone else that missed games last year, is not injury prone. That's just the way these rules work.
Injury prone is not a thing. Does not exist. I refuse to believe it.
No, that's just listen to don't even take our words for it. Edwin Porras over Fantasy Points. He does great work, and his single biggest shtick is like freaking do not trust the injury prone label.
Like Paris Campbell. People are coming after me saying Paris Campbell's injury prone. I'm like, he just tore his ACL. Like, come on, if they play football.
Okay. So at number 3, even though we got Henry, we got Kamara, the real 103 in fantasy football this year, pretty much regardless of format, is Saquon Barkley. Welcome to the squad.
Yeah, I think that's spot on.
Yep, that's the pick.
With all due respect to, those other studs, we'll see. If it was, I was having like a nightmare about like Alvin Kamara just balling out next year and people just eviscerating me in the mentions. I do wonder a little bit if we could be overthinking the guy, but I don't know. Like, didn't we just Breeze being gone is almost like just being pushed under the rug, man. Same thing with Michael Thomas. Like, it does matter when you don't have a Hall of Fame quarterback anymore. Guys,
Paris Campbell hate is real.
Tube socks. No.
Oh my God, guys, come on.
He's fast, man. He was looking good last year before he got hurt.
He just fits so well with that offense. There's no way they're gonna have Carson Wentz drop back, despite the offensive line or whatever being it's obviously a better line than the Eagles, but they're not gonna have him drop back. Looking downfield, they're going to want to get the ball out of his hands quick. And Paris Campbell's a yak guy. Like, that's what he did at Ohio State, and it's what he's done. He's flashed at times in the NFL. So
the one sad part that we all have to deal with now is that it's going to be T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman, and Zach Pascal in 3 wide receiver sets, and they're going to bring Paris off the bench. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, but I can see that happening. Pascal is fine, man. He's just one of these like veterans who we hate because like we just want other players in the offense to be getting the points.
He definitely would make. I mean, I know this might not get approved by Austin, but if we ever can figure out a way to get ranked the best NFL number 4 wide receivers, all 32 on each team, if we can ever get that article up. Tim Patrick, number 1.
No, okay, yeah. Auden Tate, number 2, and then maybe we can talk about Pascal. James Washington's up there.
Yeah, James Washington.
Here we go. We'll be knocking down the door to read that piece, I'm sure.
We're 3 minutes into the stream going through number 4 wide receiver rankings. Blistering start.
I mean, it seems like things are pretty status quo. Nothing too shocking. No. Akers 110, Hill, Chubb, Mixon, Diggs.
Yeah, I grabbed Kelsey. That's not really a guy that I'm targeting there at the end of round 1, but decided to mix it up. I might just go Kelsey solo tight end and just eat that donut at his bye week.
Okay, so Jonathan Taylor went number 5. Did you guys read the actual Athletic article that had the headline coming out?
I
did, yeah.
I thought that it was just telling me the thing I already knew.
It was like the dude projected. He was like, I think Taylor's gonna have like 60% snaps. Marlon Mack's gonna be 25. Hines is gonna be 15 or more. And they're talking about how Reich still loves the hot hand approach. And the only tweet you see comes out is like Reich confirms Taylor's a starting running back. We all know he's the lead running back. So is every other running back being drafted in the first 5 rounds. They're all their team's lead running backs. There's a difference in the type of lead running back. That's the argument. So just would advise people when you see all this coach speak coming out in the summer, take an extra 3 minutes and just read the article, because you'll often find that, the 10-word headline can sometimes be misleading, believe it or not.
Let it out, Ian. The Jonathan Taylor stands will come crawling into your mentions.
I got to stop myself on podcasts when like I bring up Jonathan Taylor or Sam Darnold. I'm just like, all right, people have heard this rant like 5 times already. Can't just keep going back to the well.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm up in 2 picks.
You got
Ooh.
you got Najee Jared.
I did. I love that 2.5. That's a nice price there for Najee.
Adams, Ridley. Ooh, baby, come on.
Fall CEH. Fall.
I think
Yep.
There we go.
that's a good pick.
Yeah, I'll go
Oh,
Clyde.
man. I'm losing on all the good running backs. Let's go
Clyde
wide
is-
receiver.
Honestly, like after Clyde here, maybe Chris Carson, I would be okay to take. I'm pretty much fading like everyone after that. Not
Out on
trying
Dobbins, out on Sanders. Swift.
at this price, because at this
Yeah.
point, when I'm up again, like give me one of these baller wide receivers. That's all. Those guys are fine, but like it's not drafting Swift. Like Swift's our RB 17. If it was him versus the wide receiver 17 or whatever, okay, I can get behind Swift. It's between like Swift and like a top 10 wide receiver, so that's where I can't get behind him.
Yeah, I agree with that. Lions offense is probably going to be up there with the Texans as like the worst in the NFL.
Bro, I think they might.
All right.
This Todd Gurley meetings. It was like, why are you guys even meeting with him? Are you guys going to sign Le'Veon Bell 2 weeks before the season or some bullshit? Adrian Peterson comes back.
Go with
Right.
DK.
Of course, I'm going DK. I'm going DK, and then I'm bringing it back with Chris Carson.
Nice.
Get
If he's there.
get that Seattle stuff,
Full Seahawks
there he
onslaught.
is. I didn't realize you had back to back.
dude. No, I'm literally going off of those guides that we made. It's actually kind of helpful. I was looking. I was like, all right. I did McCaffrey. Oh, I can stack the Seattle. Maybe Locke will be there in my next turn. I can't draft Tamion Terry anymore. That's okay. My last pick, because it seems like he's never going to play in the NFL at this point. But
Oh, Thomas is gone.
Wow.
That makes my life easier. Andrew, I've gotten some messages about our unconfirmed Michael Thomas report.
oh god.
What is that?
I'll explain in a sec. I'm going Keenan Allen here. I think he could just go bonkers as usual. But basically, a buddy of mine who has never given me, I use this is a really good guy. We talk some football, but he had never given me like a report or anything. He is not in the NFL or anything like that. Has no reason to be getting these reports, but he did play with, former Central Ohio football guy that made some plays. So like Jake Sternberg, Mike Adams, some of those Ohio State guys he's pretty good friends with. And basically he got a text from another friend. So you already know this story's bullshit, like just with this intro. But basically some people are wondering if, because the reason why we haven't seen Michael Thomas at workouts, we haven't heard anything about him, is because the ankle is not going well. He allegedly maybe should have gotten surgery at the beginning of the offseason, and allegedly he might need to get it now. So we'll see. It's the most unconfirmed report ever. But if I'm right, I want full credit.
Oh no.
I kind of dug my own grave when I started doing those joke tweets where I said, like, I have gone on record saying if I put per sources in a tweet, it is complete bullshit. So now that I might actually have a source, like I just can't even use it.
Be interesting for sure. Deontay Harris, let's go. But I'm getting some comments about my Chris Carson pick over David Montgomery.
What?
Some curious question. I mean, I don't think it's really close.
No,
I
look, David Montgomery is probably better in real life at this point. If Carson would have gone anywhere else, I could maybe get behind Montgomery. He's back in the best spot. And we're finding out that Rashad Penny isn't back to full health like we thought he maybe was after taking seemingly almost all of last year off. So, no, Andrew, we've been beating down that Carson as like at least a borderline RB1 all offseason, really. Just look at the touches, man. And Russ is going to have a top 12 scoring offense per usual. I'm about it. Montgomery, do you guys see that he was mic'd up in practice?
Yeah.
And he was just
That was awesome.
joshing around with Nagy. It was hilarious. But in the background, you could even see Tariq Cohen stretching, and that's why we can't pick David Montgomery, because Tariq Cohen's going to get fed the ball.
Yeah, they paid Damian Williams a little coin also to come in there and steal some carries.
I would rather the number 3 running back not be a guy whose last game he was up for Super Bowl MVP, even though he didn't win it.
Wow, J.K. Dobbins sliding into the middle of the 4th round.
because people are figuring out he doesn't catch passes. It's like that's the
a
thing.
good spot for him, though.
Yeah, like it's fine when players like fall to where they're supposed to be drafted. Like that's the thing. Like when they're being drafted appropriate or priced appropriate, it's like, yeah, sure, take them there. But again, did Kyle Pitts get drafted yet?
I'm sure he'll go within the next 2 picks. Troutman can.
Oh my god.
I'm quickly building up a receiver I'm getting in almost every single fantasy draft these days. He is still on the board. Can you guys guess?
Is it Deontay?
Of course it's Deontay.
Yes.
He is so good, man. And oh my gosh. I mean,
yeah, no, I love him in the 5th round. And same thing I like him and Galladay in the 5th round. I think those are the 2 best receivers you can get in the 5th round.
Yeah, or why not even the 4th round? Let's go.
4th round.
Yeah, I don't know what these are. I mean, Lockett, the Rams receivers. Did Woods already go? Damn. Take them. I don't know. I'm confused on this Rams offense. Like, are they going to be top 5 scoring again? Or are they going to be like a little bit better than last year? I'm confused if we should be thinking like 2019 expectations or like Sean McVay back to taking over the league.
They could be really freaking good. I mean,
I
Stafford
like a lot.
is a real upgrade.
Favorite quarterback's favorite quarterback.
Yeah, it's like hard to project. Like, there's a lot more mouths to feed, I feel like, on offense. Between you got like Djax there now, Akers might be like a complete bell cow. Henderson's around there, Higbee, just like a lot more bodies.
Ooh, I like this. So I got Lockett, boom, piece of cake.
And you got Metcalf already, right?
Got Metcalf, got Chris Carson. No, I'm not going to take Russ.
Next round, I mean.
Next round, I'll take ETN.
Okay, yeah.
Set myself up for a little. Dude, I'm following the guide right now. Look, it's kind of working out pretty well.
I just thought you meant like you're not taking Russ no matter what. I was like, that's a weird, it's a weird stance to be taken. But
it's my new strategy. It's like, no, not stacking no matter what.
2 wide receivers. I will not take their quarterback.
What are we calling that? We need a clever nickname.
Ooh,
man. All right, we got some more comments in here. Let's get these one fired up. Hello. I got to save Deontay in the 8th round this year.
Nice. There you go, Skip.
Aaron Lizer. What's up, guys? Let Dwayne McFarland know we're going to destroy him in our upcoming Pros versus Joe's tournament. Talking shit on the PFF Best Ball Live. Come on, Aaron. I don't know, man. Dwayne's pretty good. Dwayne knows his stuff. He's also on the Jonathan Taylor's overrated bandwagon that I think PFF is taking a stand on, which, yeah, I agree.
Of course he is. Dwayne knows more usage than anyone. He's not a dumb guy. He gets it.
Yeah.
I remember freaking podcasting, and we'd always have to do it like pretty, he has a regular like job and stuff. So I'd be podcasting with him till like 8 p.m. or so. And he'd be like, all right, I have another podcast after this. And he's like, then I got to set my 75, like Dynasty League lineups for the week. I was like, come on, man. I remember I had double digits last year and I was just swamped. I had like a Word doc to keep track of it. And
oh my God. Yeah. It's every time, again, I'm sure you do the same thing. It's like every year you're like, all right, you got to play in less leagues. And then it's like August 31st and someone's like, hey, you want to get in this league? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in. Like, let's go. Let's fire it up.
Also, guys, maybe I was thinking maybe we got to get like a breathalyzer installed to like adjust our rankings. Cause man, I just find myself walking over to my laptop in the middle of the night and moving Odell Beckham just higher and higher. I think the concerns are so preposterous at this point. The guy looks healthy. The guy's going to be the number 1 receiver for an offense that we expect to score a ton of points. And yeah, he wasn't incredible last year, but he was still the wide receiver 19 when he played. He's going like 10 spots below that.
I guess my only thing with him is just the consistency. Like, I know he's going to have huge weeks against Dallas, but yeah, I guess it's just the consistency thing for me.
If Baker can be consistent, that's the question, which I hope so. First time the dude's had the same offensive coordinator 2 years in a row. Continuity helps. We've seen that with the Bills. I think that goes a little bit underrated. We'll see what's what. Where do you guys stand? Is Josh Allen our consensus QB2? Because I also just moved Lamar ahead of him. I
literally just drafted Lamar ahead of Josh.
There we go, Jared. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, man, people just forget how freaking good he was in 2019. Literally the most fantasy points ever by a quarterback per game.
Yeah, I've been saying this all offseason, and I need to finally do it. But I want to do a study on quarterback rushing yards as they progress in their career. I don't know, just look at like everyone that's ever had, maybe like over 75 carries in the season. That'll probably give us a pretty good pool of guys that actually run, and just see, years 1 to 10, when's kind of the drop off come, because the Bills are about to pay Josh Allen 9 figures very soon. And I have a hard time believing they're going to be running him out recklessly inside the 10-yard line every single season. I know he's great at it, but man, he's responsible for 3 of the 12 seasons since 2000 that a quarterback's had at least 8 rushing touchdowns. Like, I just don't know if that can keep up.
I feel like a lot of the stuff that Josh Allen does, like in the red zone, is just like him, like YOLO. It's not like completely designed by the coaching staff. He's just like, all right, F it.
A lot of it
I'm
is
going rogue here.
I can get behind that. Josh Allen run less. Zach Moss, he's getting the hype.
Starting to.
Zach Moss
saying that all season.
Zach Moss has been a value this entire time. Like, he's going to be the starting running back on a top 5 offense. It's not hard. It's not hard, folks.
He's been one of those guys where, like, I understand he seems to be kind of this consensus in the low RB30 range. I get why he's there, but at the same time, like, he's someone you definitely want to grab at that value if you can grab him. 0 RBers delight. That's pretty good for Mike Davis, who just went.
Yeah, I was thinking about him, but didn't really fit my roster construction. But that's a good value, yeah. For Quad Father, what's his nickname now?
Quad Father, yeah.
Wait, Mike Davis is Quad Father? I thought that was AJ Dillon. Yeah.
I know. I thought he was Quadzilla.
Oh, I think Pro Football Reference gives AJ Dillon both nicknames, but I don't know.
He gets both, one for each quad.
Oh man. Yeah, but back to the Lamar. I think Lamar also has a really good. His schedule is really easy to open the year. That's something that's really interesting about him too. Oh, Robbie Anderson, come on, 6'9".
You don't like that?
I think Robbie Anderson is going to not do what he did last year. I get that people are pointing out a lot of his numbers from last year, but I think that there's a lot of other different. I mean, look, Sam Darnold sucks. Like, number one.
You haven't heard.
And like the thing that I just overlooked with the Sam Darnold thing was, so PFF's offensive line rankings came out. The Jets are ranked ahead of the Panthers. Panthers are of the 31st ranked offensive line. Like, that was his issue with the Jets. Is his offensive line sucked, and his offensive line still sucks.
And he holds the ball forever. It's not this situation where, like, he's just completely clear of the blame here. PFF's one of the front runners that points out, like, a lot of pressure and sack stats are more due to the quarterback. And yeah, the Jets were still pretty bad, even when we account for that and kind of go 2.5 or fewer seconds. But yeah, I don't. Especially, I mean, Robbie, okay, he's going in the RB30 range. I'm okay taking that chance on him. The DJ Moore going as a top 16, 17 receiver, it's like, come on, people. I love the talent too. Let's just be realistic here.
I think the slot could be a lot more fantasy friendly for DJ Moore. I think that's the one thing that
he's going to be there. Do we know? Or is it going to be Terrace Marshall?
I think it's going to be DJ. And I think Marshall will be outside.
You mean Ian Thomas? Yeah.
No.
No,
dude,
Dan
Arnold,
bro.
Dan Arnold.
Arnold.
The tight ends are going to be way more involved than we were last year.
Yeah,
like,
but Dan Arnold's there.
Yeah, one of those tight ends is going to do more than they did last year. McCaffrey's going to catch more passes than Mike Davis did last year. Like, I don't think that Robbie Anderson is just going to have this insane target share that he had last year. And I don't know. I don't really know what. I mean, look, people are like proclaiming that this being reunited with Sam Darnold is a good thing. Like, I'm like head over heels about Teddy Bridgewater potentially unlocking some of these Denver wide receivers. And, we have a comment here, Tube Socks 000. Darnold can't be worse than what they had last year. It's like Teddy Bridgewater supported 3 top 25 wide receivers in fantasy. Like, the touchdowns weren't there, but that's more due to variance and the fact that they didn't practice red zone. So that's not his fault.
And I'm so sick and tired of the, like, well, look, Ryan Tannehill left Adam Gase and all of a sudden he was good. Ryan Tannehill was a converted wide receiver. Like, it made sense that it took this dude a little bit longer to ball out, and he still was making some, like, he still had some pretty solid seasons actually before Gase got there. We just have never seen Darnold do anything. And you can send me the throw he had against the 49ers and throw against the Colts. Literally, the best stuff he did last year was as a rusher, which was just even the weirdest, kind of thing to put together. But wow. Hey, how old do you guys think Ryan Tannehill will be to start this season?
31.
33.
33.
I don't think it matters. That just kind of surprises me.
He's spry. He's got some wheels.
I mean, look, he wasn't, and the biggest thing too, again, I don't know why we always talk about Sam Darnold, but it always seems to
comes back. Always comes back.
Ryan Tannehill actually had good seasons in Miami with Adam Gase. Like, he's actually been good. And that's like a big thing. Like, I had kind of bucketed like Wentz and Darnold together in my rankings. And then I don't really, I'd clearly rather have Wentz because Wentz has actually shown at least that he can play at an elite level at some point. I don't think that he's going to be an elite quarterback this year in any way, shape, or form. I just don't think the offense is going to ask him to put him in that position. But Darnold's literally never been good. So, I don't know.
I just trust Joe Brady, man.
Dude, so you trust Joe Brady, but there are plenty of other offensive coordinators. What about Tim Kelly, the Houston Texans offensive coordinator?
He's got nothing on Brady.
He helped Deshaun Watson have his best career year ever, but he doesn't get any credit.
I like Joe Brady, but we're acting like he just overcame everything. Like, they had the 24th ranked scoring offense last year.
Exactly.
Points win football games, man. I think sometimes we freak out too much about silly things like yards, and I know they're more sustainable over time and all that. But at the end of the day, I mean, Teddy Bridgewater said they just didn't even practice like red zone during the week and stuff like that. So I don't know. That seems important.
All right. Better topic. Who is fantasy's best kept secret, and why is his name Mike Williams? 8th round here.
Is he even a secret anymore? I feel like the secret's out.
Probably because people have figured it out that he has double-digit touchdown upside and 1,000 yards in his range of outcomes, and he was like wide receiver 50. So
he's never got more than 90 targets in a season. I just don't know if he's going to get that many this year. They picked up his option. Obviously, that's why he's back with the team. So they showed some level of liking him, but they signed Josh Palmer, Guyton, and Tyron are there. And honestly, like, some people have looked at Keenan Allen, and I've heard people ding him because Eckler's going to be back. Keenan still had double-digit targets in every game Eckler played last year. Mike Williams was almost the guy that seemed like he was getting hurt more. And I know their like target area doesn't overlap. Michael B, their number 2 receiver, but he's probably going to be a number 3 pass game option. So I like Mike where he's going. He's definitely, I'm fine taking him in the 8th round or wherever he went here. Just a little scared to go all the way in. Maybe I should be all the way in. I love Mike Williams. I feel like he's one of the more underrated number 2s.
Would you rather have Mike Williams or Juju?
Juju, because he might double his targets. It pains me. I hear you, but
that's tough,
dude. I think I'm taking Mike Williams. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm like locking to the upside, and just his ADOT last year was just so porous that it probably won't be that next year. But I don't know. I mean, Mike Williams, I love him. I think the combination with Herbert is really good. Like, he sees so many high value targets. I think that's what Juju doesn't see. Juju doesn't see targets downfield, doesn't see a lot of end zone targets. And that's all Mike Williams sees. You just got to catch some and not like break his arm when he goes to the ground.
You can break your fall, bro. Come on. He's like a freaking lump of bricks every single time.
He does it every time.
Hey, it's, Andrew, I had to think about it, and there's like a 10 plus spot difference in their ADPs right now. So it's a good point.
All right. This 101 guide is just friggin' amazing. I'm just queuing all the guys up that I need. All right, let's get some Zach Moss action in here.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
I just grabbed Mr. Joe Burrow, hoping he throws the ball about 800 times this year.
Do you have any of the Bengals receivers?
I got Boyd.
You got Boyd. Nice.
Boyd, maybe F around and grab a CJ Uzoma coming off the Achilles later. See what happens.
Dude, you got to get Auden Tate later. He's got to be
let's go.
Your 18th round pick.
Just play for the Higgins or Chase gets hurt. I hope not, man.
I think I did that on one team, except I just have all 4 of them.
It's like, screw it.
Yeah.
Get the whole gang in there. All right. You sniped Waddle from me, son of a gun.
Jalen Waddle. Oh, yeah, we got a best ball taken the thing. I would only take Mike Williams in best ball. Yes.
Yeah. Honestly.
Of course.
Better
honestly, like I could see taking this guy in best ball. I could see it.
Oh man.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, man. Give me 10
Dude,
seconds.
Noah Fant. That's who I would take.
I'm taking Rojo. Don't love
Wow.
Jones.
Don't love it.
Is that because your recency because you just released an article about the
I
Tampa Bay
just
Bucks?
wrote an article about it.
That always
Probably.
happens to me. Like I write an article and then I'm just like fixated on that player for some reason. Like, I'll just take him. I wrote about him today. Like, whatever.
They had 11 or 12 RB2 weeks. It just kept freaking flip-flopping. He
Yeah.
was so much better than Fournette throughout the year, rushing the ball. We don't even need to talk about those two guys as receivers. And Gio coming back is going to hurt Fournette more than it is Rojo. So we'll see. But I think there's a range. I think there's a range of outcomes where Rojo doesn't fully take over, but he could score double-digit touchdowns. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I like Rojo. I think that he's fine. I mean, Giovanni Bernard's, I think, is a super value. I like him in what you can get him in the 18th round. Or not the 18th round, 15th, 16th round. Don't want Fournette at all. Jared, how's your team shaping up? You're on the clock here.
On the clock, yeah. I'm going receiver. I'm between your boy Darnell Mooney or some rookies. Got Bateman and Moore.
Go Mooney, and then you can pick up Fields on the way back.
Yeah, I was building a little Washington stack, so I was eyeing Fitzpatrick as my QB too.
Fitzpatrick.
All right. I got your boy Mooney.
Yes, my boy Mooney. He's so good, but
We talking about more guys that Tariq Cohen's going to screw over this year?
dude, Tariq Cohen.
One of the things about Mooney, though, man, I remember looking up just his page or whatever, and I saw he was only 176, and that's what he weighed in at the combine, too. So I feel better about Devontae Smith just knowing that Mooney was doing what he was doing, being that small. And it wasn't even just, I think anyone that's anyone at this point has seen the Jalen Ramsey and Carlton Davis clips. But he was like, the amount of screens they gave him, and he was just actually slippery with the ball in his hands, too. Like, he plays way bigger, as does Devontae Smith. So I think it's a good example of, the kind of new types of wide receivers we'll probably see infiltrate the league more and more.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that Mooney, I'm pretty sure he led all rookies in forced missed tackles last year.
Nice.
Or it was either him or Chenault. It was one of those guys, but they definitely do it in different ways. I mean, Chenault definitely can run you over, whereas Mooney definitely, that's not what you would expect from a 174-pound wide receiver.
Yep.
Yeah, Chenault's 230? Like, he's huge.
Chenault's not 230. He's 230.
He's up there.
No.
Oh my God, if he's 230, destroying man cover. No, there's no way he's 230.
He's 227. That's what I'm saying.
227? Shit.
Like,
dude,
he's huge. You don't realize it.
He's a beast. That's why I drafted him early.
Urban Meyer had the audacity to draft a first-round running back and rob us of Visca getting the Percy Harvin role. I'm still pissed. He's going to have an awesome 75 targets this year.
Dude, but those 75 targets are going to be special.
They're going to be special, no doubt. It'll be a good highlight film. I'm just not sure he's going to, crack the top 30 at the position. That's it.
Oh, man. I don't know. I think that the talent will win out.
It is a good point, though. He could just be better than DJ Chark.
He is.
Absolutely possible.
DJ Chark, again, I think that we're too fixated on his wide receiver 18 finish in 2019 on a different offense with different quarterback. And give him credit. He was good that year, but that was 2 years ago at this point. And he's played for 3 years and he's been basically irrelevant more or less in 2 of them. So I'm very skeptical about Chark and his reliability. Again, if Chark and Marvin Jones put up the same numbers next year, is anyone going to be surprised? As the team's vertical threats? I guess why don't you just take Marvin Jones?
And you're now a round later, I'm getting your guy, Noah Fant.
Yes. There we go.
He was someone, and he was always on the injury report. He was questionable half the weeks. I think he only missed 1 game, but watching him out there, you could just tell how freaking banged up he was. And he still had an okay year, but his first year, he was putting up yak numbers. I think it's George Kittle, I think, is number 1. I think Jonnu is number 2 in yards after catch per reception for the last 10 years. Noah Fant, if he's not still in the top 3, he was after his rookie year. That dude with the ball in his hands is a madman. And if he can just be a little healthier this year, Locke, Teddy, God forbid Aaron eventually comes, but I think he is the type of player that could make the most out of a otherwise mess situation.
Yeah, that's a good price too for Fant here in the end of the 10th round.
No worries there. Lawrence.
I guess I just got to pull the trigger
What are you
on
doing?
my guy because I hate everybody else. This is the worst part to pick in the draft. So I'm just gonna take Troutman because he's good.
Wow, Troutman over Big Bob. I can't get behind that.
Dude, Big Bob is not okay. Okay, regression's happening. He's not gonna catch 11 touchdowns next year. It's not happening.
Yeah, but his name is Big Bob. Come on.
I don't care. He destroyed friggin' Sternberger. Oh man, what an epic friggin' that was a mess. Sternberger.
I mean, he could score 11 touchdowns again next year.
You definitely could.
Gets a few more targets. He's not going to have more touchdowns than incomplete targets. I'll put my neck out on that one. But
all right, we got another.
Just drafted Rodgers.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Aaron Rodgers, Amari Rodgers.
Contrarian season. Look at the quarterbacks going right now. Hey, it's a tournament. Last tournament of the year, Dan. Can't hold back now.
Oh. All right. Also, I'm prepping the my Jaguars stack for Week 1 against the Texans. So Trevor Lawrence, Chenault, ETN, bringing it back with Cooks. What do you guys think?
Oh my god,
You will be in first place after Week 1.
Dude,
Get some great screenshots for Twitter.
Cooks is going to be like every week. It's going to be like, all right, stack against Texans, bring back with Cooks. It's like every single week.
all right, what we got here?
All right, I'm going quad man here.
Henry Ruggs. That's a good pick. But that's a good value for AJ Dillon. Damn. Kenyon Drake's still there. David Johnson is just buried. He was never going to get drafted.
David just keeps going further down the ranks every time I look at it.
Dude,
It's
just like I don't.
You might not even like. I could see just Lindsey and even Ingram just almost working ahead of him eventually.
Ryan Fitzpatrick in the 11th round.
And Burkhead too. I mean, like at least because Burkhead could even work it on passing downs now too potentially. And that's another thing. It's just like
I forgot Rex Burkhead was there too.
Rex Burkhead's there too. It's literally it's going to be the ugliest 4-way running back committee ever, and they're each going to get 5 touches a game, and it's just going to be miserable.
The whole roster is like 2016 to 2018, like late round sleepers that usually didn't pan out.
How many games are the Texans going to win this year? Like, are they legitimately going to go 0-17?
I don't think so. Some team will just lose. It's so hard to lose all your games. Like,
I feel like Davis Mills can maybe be okay.
Dude, Tyrod. Oh, man, I can't do this to Tyrod Taylor again. But
we're not going to.
I mean, he really wasn't that bad in Week 1 of last year.
Yeah, he was. They were playing the Bengals.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's playing a bad team, like they can win.
He didn't run. They scored like 13 points.
But they won. He's a winner.
All right, in my points per winning fantasy league, I'll keep that in mind for Ty God.
Hey, Ty God, top 5 ADOT since 2015. Let's go.
He chucks it.
He does chuck it. Dude, Mike Williams had 160 air yards in that Week 1 game. And he could have caught a touchdown too, but Tyrod just missed him out of bounds. Mike Williams actually had like a sick one-handed catch in that game, but he was out of bounds.
I think he had another sick one too, where he also landed out of bounds. Both times he landed like hard as hell, as we mentioned earlier.
He did the one catch he caught that was like a 20-yard gain. Friggin' what's his face? Jesse Bates just absolutely laid him out, and they called the flag on him, which was a bad call because they just throw flags on just big hits now. Like it doesn't even matter if it's like helmet to helmet at all. It's just it's a big hit. Oh, like flag. It's like okay.
Which I get, but it is annoying. I've been watching. I love what is it on YouTube? They're like NFL. It's like I think it's NFL Network does it, but it's like NFL Throwback, and they always have these like 20-minute former games. I was watching some of those Steelers Ravens ones from like late 2000s, early 2010s. Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, just murdering people out there, and it's a different sport, man. It's a hell of a lot of fun to watch, but I understand why they're worrying about the brains a little bit more these days.
100%, 100%. Yeah. Ooh. All right, I'm slowly building a bunch of little stacks here. I like it. My team's coming out pretty decent. I like it so far. So yeah, we got
Big Bob. Let's go. 11 touchdowns.
Oh, there it is.
Whoa. Big Bob. All right, I might have to draft another tight end at some point.
I'm going all in on Aaron Rodgers not being a Jeopardy host, so might as well.
He's got to
get wild. Yeah, he just won MVP. Like, come on. He's a competitive guy. He's going to play. Come on.
He's going to play.
He's going to play, or it's going to be the regression that kicks in and he's going to miss the entire season.
I'm just trying to keep my fantasy squad, keep the morale high here in July.
What do I want to do here? Evan Ingram, gross. Well, I'm definitely. I'm going to draft Ian. I'm drafting Ian Thomas on this team. What am I doing?
Why would you do that?
Not now. No.
Jeez.
No.
What is it with you and Ian Thomas, man? He's fine.
I liked him a lot. Or not, I guess I shouldn't say I liked him a lot, but I thought he would be.
I think you do like him a lot.
I thought he would be better. All right. Also got Paris Campbell, not injury prone, by the way. But no, I thought that because he had a lot of good games when Greg Olsen missed time, like when they were playing together. So it was really weird that he just totally didn't do anything last year with a ton of opportunity he got, because we'd seen him actually play decently well when he was at a full-time role. But apparently it was like the playbook that was an issue with him this past season. I mean, he's entering year 4. He's an athletic tight end. I don't know. I just know the middle tight ends we take are all the wrong ones, and the ones that we don't draft are going to be the ones that hit. So
Dan Arnold is not being drafted either. He's actually good.
Yeah.
Dan Arnold is not being drafted either.
He's
okay. Dan Arnold's he's okay. I mean, why do you say that he's
Ian
good?
Thomas? I don't know. He can actually run down the seam. Like he's just a better fantasy option. I'm sure Ian Thomas is the better real life tight end.
Arnold is just like big, fast, and he's got massive hands. Just like runs, as Ian said, just like right down the seam.
Remember he dropped that like touchdown in the wild card, and all my DFS teams were furious at him. But he's come back around. He would get like a target or two a game last year at the Cardinals and get like a 20-plus yard play. He's a good-looking guy too. I mean, let's just be honest. Looking at his Pro Football Reference picture right now.
Dan Arnold.
Pro Football Reference literally calls him a wide receiver.
Yeah, Dan Arnold.
They're not wrong. He had 438 yards last year. Does Ian Thomas have that many in his career?
Yes, but not last year though. He was so bad last year.
Okay, he's at 614.
It was comically bad for Ian Thomas last year.
He just didn't. I mean, I don't think there were games where like they were just peppering him. He couldn't do anything. It was like Chris Herndon. He was just there to block.
Oh man, Chris Herndon.
Yeah, he had more than 4 targets once. That's Ian Thomas.
Chris Herndon might not even make the Jets roster at this point.
He's gonna get cut. He's gonna sign with the Bills, and he's gonna
that would be a dream scenario.
Yeah, and I get every single time more bad news comes out, like 5 people tag me in it. It's like, no, I know, I see, I'm aware that my guy Chris Herndon can't beat out Tyler Croft and Ryan Griffin. He's freaking sitting us down too. Ryan Griffin, come on, man.
Chris Herndon, what could have been?
Oh man, who drafted Gerald Everett? Lame. When did he go?
I just made a bet on Twitter, $20. Loser has to donate to a local animal shelter if Gerald Everett gets 10 touchdowns or not. And I was like, well, someone proposed it to me. And I'm all for the bets with charity. I was like, well, I would never make this bet if I was trying to gain money, but okay, to help out some dogs and cats. Let's go. So Gerald Everett, 10 touchdowns this year at even odds. Let's go.
I don't hate it. Well, we saw that with Jimmy Graham caught double-digit touchdowns with Russ. So
true. He was still washed. Jimmy Graham's been washed for like 5 years, but he still comes down with some baller catches.
Keeps catch touchdowns, just walks out of the stadium.
I was about to say,
done.
We need them to cut him so that can just be his last play ever. Like that'd be awesome. He'd probably find another team, but
that would be pretty tight. That would be tight.
Him and his no trade clause. God forbid they find a suitor. Is Zach Ertz ever going to be traded? Come on.
I don't know. He's got to get traded eventually because my Dallas Goedert ranking is just kind of in limbo. It's just like, yeah, he's going to get cut. And then, no, he's not.
How much would Goddard go up if and when Ertz gets traded or cut?
I think everyone's just already assuming that's happening.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Squad MVS. In this
great pick.
In this fairy tale where I'm pretending Rodgers is going to play this year.
What am I? Oh man. One pick away. Oh man. This is where I just take Nico Collins because I don't know who else to pick. I don't know who else to pick. Let's
A little
see.
high for Nico, maybe. I guess not.
I don't need any running backs. I don't need any tight ends. I mean, I guess I do need tight ends, but
Get the guy we were just talking about, Andrew, on the pod.
every time you do this, I literally can't remember who you're talking about.
We did talk for like an hour and 15 minutes. So just get the guy, man. Get the guy.
Grab Nico. Oh no, Wayne Gallman. Yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking Olamide Zacchaeus, but it's
Oh,
probably it's a little early for him.
I guess I could grab. Ooh. I do like him a little bit too. I just don't need any running backs or these. All right. I'm going to go with some big play upside. Some Diami Browns. Back-to-back rooks.
Do I have any Browns? No.
I have a lot of rookie wide receivers. Oh my God. I didn't realize that.
How many?
Let's see.
4.
Huh? 4?
Hey, one of them's going to hit. That's all I need to happen. The
Just
other
one.
3 can just bust. It's best ball.
Oh shit! You got 8 receivers already.
Yeah, dude.
Stocking up.
I got
Receiver
6.
heavy, man.
Oh, did not want to pick yet.
Because I drafted my running backs super early for the most part, so I don't need to draft a ton of them.
Okay, I probably should get another quarterback just in case.
Lame.
Baker.
Dude, if you're not going one quarterback in a best ball,
Just take one.
Dean's going 3. Oh, that Baker to OBJ. That's a
I
nice
swear,
little,
every time AJ Green gets drafted, I just cry a little bit, just like a little tear. Just,
Someone said to look out for him. One of the Cardinals was like, "Oh, he's the AJ Green of old."
Well, Cliff Kingsbury was like, we got Hopkins and AJ, and he's like, I'm looking forward to having Rondale mix in with everyone else. And it's like, bro, what? What are you talking about? Did you watch any Bengals games last year?
yeah.
Apparently not.
I mean, that'd be cool if he's back to himself. I certainly wouldn't bet on it. That's why he's going around 15. I mean, I don't even know if Kyler can enable 2 wide receivers. He couldn't last year, and we'll see. Probably, I wouldn't blame Kyler. I'd blame Cliff, but
Never blame Kyler. It's always Cliff's fault. But it really is Cliff's fault.
God, football's so awesome, guys. All these young quarterbacks coming in already making plays. Like even like bad quarterbacks, like Daniel Jones and guys like that, like they still make some pretty awesome plays. I feel like, we were complaining about some of the big hits and all that, but the easiest way to have a terrible product is when you have 2 bad quarterbacks, and I think we're slowly but surely eliminating that from the human race.
The human race.
Yeah. Sometimes the metaphors or examples aren't great. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. These 4.4% big waves are just messing me up, I guess.
The big waves.
I felt a little emasculated when I checked the ABV on these things because I was like, why am I drinking like 10 of these things? Do I have an alcohol problem here? Like I used to only drink like 6 beers a night or something. I don't know. And I was like, oh, they're 4 point. It's like a Bud Light. Okay, that makes sense. No need to worry here. Just need to check the scale from time and time again.
You've traded in the sheesh for beers now.
I'm a sheesh in the when it gets cold. Football weather, man. Get that bottle of red wine out.
Football sheesh.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with a bottle of wine, that's like a fun couple hours. But like, I remember like finishing podcasts during the season at like midnight or 1 a.m. And it's like, do I really want to crack open like my first beer right now? Now some sheesh. That's when we're talking. So.
Got it down to a science.
Yeah, it's always evolving. I was like tweeting out some pictures of beer, and someone DM'd me like, "Are you a beer connoisseur?" And I was like, "Absolutely not, but I enjoy drinking it." So, there we go.
It's all right. I'll have my occasional can of beer here and there.
I kind of like Eskridge going where he did. I mean, he's probably going to be starting in 3 wide receiver sets. I know he's like 35, but
That's funny that you use 35 because I literally messaged that to Jared today.
Yes, you did.
After what's his face got arrested or got cut, Tamori and Terry.
You got to add him to your Seahawks stack.
I can't. Eskridge got drafted.
Oh, he's gone.
Which means I'm going to take the real number 3 receiver in the Seahawks, Cade Johnson. There you go.
What about Freddie Swain?
I don't
He made
know.
some nice catches, and he looks like Tyler Lockett.
I don't know, man. Cade Johnson actually looks a lot like Tyler Lockett too. Like at least he played like Tyler Lockett.
Pete Carroll has a type.
Clearly.
Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett. I mean,
what do we?
who can blame him?
Austin Hooper or Jared Cook? This is gross.
Is that an option?
I got
OJ Howard.
Oh yeah, you're right.
OJ.
Oh no, I gotta find him.
I mean, I feel like in this tournament, you just got like I was looking at Giovanni Bernard.
Got him.
I don't know. I saw Darrington Evans. Like, if you want to try to win this shit, think about what happens if Derrick Henry goes down. Like, we just need to think of worst case scenarios here. And I know everyone's familiar to some extent with the tournament mindset, but I really do think the more you treat these as just best case scenario ever possible, don't take scat backs where if someone gets hurt, their roles are changing. That's my point here.
Some of those scat backs actually do have good value because like the random games where like Nyheim Hines catches like 2 touchdowns for like 90 yards, like that is certainly startable.
Yeah, that's fair. Fuck me.
he said under the mic.
Oh man. Why do I keep taking Rashad Penny? Well,
why do you teach? I thought we were on the
I don't know. Well, it's round 17 at this point. Was taking Penny in like round freaking 13 a couple weeks ago. Irresponsibly. I'm not proud of it. It's just,
just we're stocking up on running backs.
Not proud of it.
How many do I have? Too many. Everyone's just, someone published an article in like June saying you should only take 4 running backs. So now everyone just scoffs if anyone ever takes more. It was fine though. The last best ball stream I did with my guy John Daigle, Roto World, a couple weeks ago, we had Evan Silva and Rich Rebar on, a lot of laughs, and we built the single worst best ball team I've ever been a part of. And I remember like it was my turn to pick someone, and I took Penny too early because I panicked and I just didn't know who else to take. And I spent the next like 15 minutes just trying to rationalize it, even though tons of other stuff was going on. And then the artist formerly known as Roto World pulled the stream, and now I'm best balling my guys again. Yeah, that was on Fridays anyway. So, but yeah, so screw that. Screw the censorship.
Back in the PFF best ball streets, and if you want to get in on the action, you got to use the promo code PFF on Underdog Fantasy. You can deposit $10, you get a free PFF subscription. It's a win-win. You get to win, you get to draft. You can draft with us. You can win $1 million, $1,001. It's fun. And not all the contests are the $1 million. You have regular $3 entries where you play in a 12 team league. You can play in a 3-team league. And you can draft 3 tight ends back to back to back. You can draft Kelsey, Waller, and Kittle, and just what do you call it, Jared? Tight end bully strategy.
The bully tight end. Don't do that.
Just to be clear, don't actually do that. It is a good strategy in I think 3-mans.
Yeah, and in the 3-mans it does work. But
I've been doing as many of those this year.
Yeah, the guy got drafted. Chris Herndon, 18th round.
We still got a believer. Let's go, Mr. Carlota.
Mr. Carlota drafted Knox. Who else? Are those his 2 tight ends?
Braver man than me.
Oh, he's the one that took Everett from me early.
Oh, Mo Alley Cox sniped. Probably would have been irresponsible anyway.
Solid tight end. Solid.
Oh, full. Damn you, Jared.
That was me.
Just looking at him. Andrew was talking him up on the pod, one of 100 players we discussed. And yeah, man, I get it.
I mean, just an uncertain receiver room. We don't really know what's going to happen in Philly. We think it'll be Devontae, but Rager, but who knows?
Well, Fulgham at least should be out there in 3 wide receiver sets. So we got Rager in the slot now. But yeah, Devontae should be the triple-digit target go-getter. That's what we're hoping for anyway.
Dude, and look who's still on the board. No surprise. Wayne Gallman.
Wow, Todd Gurley was drafted.
Dude,
impressive.
What?
Oh my God. Why?
Why would you draft Todd Gurley over Wayne Gallman? Why?
Speaking great number 4 wide
Todd
receiver.
Gurley's mom.
Scotty Miller.
Maybe she's in the best ball streets with us.
Can't.
Hey, you know what? If I had a son that was like a free agent
Exactly.
running back, I'd take him in round 18.
Exactly.
All right, got to complete my Jags double stack. Actually, my Jags quad stack. Colin Johnson.
Colin
Dude.
Johnson actually may be good.
He's gonna unseat DJ Chark. That's gonna be one of my bold predictions. It's good. Like, yeah, Colin Johnson plays big, so Urban Meyer's gonna love him.
It's gonna be like the 2021 Jags are gonna do the Fournette to Robinson, but it's gonna be Chark to Colin Johnson.
All right, let's look at these teams. If I can get these up. These are my friggin' too much Terrace Marshall exposure, I guess. All right, let's go to these results.
It's so depressing when you look at some of these players like Colin Johnson's game log and you see the spike week that caused all of us to even know who the hell Colin Johnson is. And then you just see like the 4 or 5 straight like duds afterwards, like once people were finally believing in it.
All right, so here's my team. So I got Russ and Trevor Lawrence, who Trevor Lawrence keeps following me in drafts, and I just keep drafting him and like, whatever, I don't care. He's got sneaky rushing upside.
Sneaky.
McCaffrey, Chris Carson, Etienne, Moss, Bernard. I like those running backs. Those guys are solid. I got the Seahawks stack, the main one with the 2 top guys. I got a Jag stack with Lawrence, and then just basically just rookie wide receivers. And then you got Terrace Marshall, some Carolina action.
It's a good squad, Andrew.
And then a couple tight ends. So, yeah, tight ends obviously the weakest. We'll see if Troutman hits, but I don't hate it.
Troutman tight end 1 season. How could you be wrong?
Let's look at Ian's team. Ian?
You know, we don't have to. It's okay. No, it's fine. I mean, I don't know. I like the Saquon Clyde start. I think my wide receiver, even though I don't have a ton of wide receivers, I do think those big 3 could all be wide receiver 1s potentially. And we got some, quote unquote, better and best ball guys there. Got the Boyd Burrow, MVS, Tunyon, Rogers, Baker, Beckham. Yeah. We'll see what's what. Try and be contrarian for the tournament, so I know it might not look good, but we'll see what happens. That's always my last resort answer when I don't love the team myself.
Dude, there's so many, like, the teams that you love are the ones that suck, and the ones that you're like, this team I thought was going to be terrible, and it's like, yeah, this is the team that's the best.
Gotta get the reps in. Get the reps in.
All right, Jared, you got your 2 mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually really like this squad. I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, Lamar is just
You drafted
awesome.
David Johnson?
It was a mistake.
How did we not catch that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No wonder
we
you
would
didn't say anything.
I was hoping you guys wouldn't realize.
There's no way if we had signed that we would have let that just slide by. It's
We
like
briefly trashed him when we saw he was on the board, and then Jared actually.
It was a complete mistake.
All right, well, at least you admit it.
Don't draft David Johnson if you're watching this. Don't do as I do. But yeah, I mean, I love the Lamar, Dobbins, and Rashad Bateman Ravens stack. I got Fields and Darnell Mooney, and then I've kind of paired up receivers on teams with Sutton and Judy, Samuel and McLaurin. Kind of tie myself to those offenses, even though I don't have the quarterbacks. If they end up having a great season, then this team is set up pretty well. I got Kelsey and Gronk at tight end. I'm into it.
Boom.
I like it.
I'd say 1-3-2. So kudos, Andrew. I'll give you the nod over Jared, but hey, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows?
Get it.
It's purely 100% for the David Johnson pick. How could you?
I was just about to
you
say
can't.
a team that has David Johnson can't win our mock grades.
I mean, I wouldn't surprise me at all to see David Johnson pull a Reggie Bush and score negative fantasy points next year.
Underdogs should let you pull players out. Just be like, I never want to see David Johnson on here. I don't care if it's round 18. I do not want him in my player pool.
Get off my screen.
Get off my lawn. All right, well, that's going to do it for us, folks. We have completed the draft again every Thursday up until they stop us. We're going to be doing best ball drafts here live on the PFF channel, YouTube, Periscope, basically wherever you can watch this. So, again, I'm on Twitter at Andrew Erickson _, Ian at iHeartIts. Jared, what is yours? PFF _Jared, right? Or is it Jared _PFF?
Yeah, you got it the first time. PFF _Jared.
PFF _Jared. Any last words, fellas?
Andrew, are we causing a rift with our coworkers by not doing to the at PFF Andrew and Ian? I don't know. No, if someone told me that I should, I would. No one said anything, so I haven't done anything. I don't know.
No, I mean, I
Too
wasn't.
late. Yeah.
When I signed my employee contract, it was like, all right, you now need to add this to your Twitter handle or whatever. Never signed any of those documents, so I don't know.
This was probably the test, and I'm failing it miserably. But oh well. Good talking to you guys.
All right.
All right, gentlemen.